Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we are here to watch some more Overlord, where last time was the episode The Reestai's Kingdom. For Ain's worries, his plans to establish a peaceful kingdom might clash with his servants' plans for world domination. Prince Rainier establishes an orphanage in Riestais to identify magically talented orphans. As Prince Barbaro is still missing, his brother Zanak becomes his acting crown prince of Riestais. Deeply affected by Gaziv's death, Brain seeks out children with sword skills to potentially replace Gaziv. Albedo arrives in Riestais and meets with Zanak. At her welcoming party, a minor noble named Philip Montserrat, enamored by Albedo's beauty and seeking to prove his family's standing, invites Albedo to a party. His father is furious as Philip's older brother died fighting against Signs, but Philip is adamant establishing a relationship with the Sorcerer's Kingdom will benefit them. Ooh. A rich commoner named Hilma Signius has been supporting Philip financially and hopes to profit from him once he inherits his father's title. Albedo is completely disgusted when Philip touches her, but Philip, believing he made a good impression, shares with Hilma his plan to seduce and marry Albedo. Ugh. Hilma, who is secretly under Albedo's influence, offers to have Philip murdered in her place, but Albedo lets him live temporarily. Hilma and Albedo secretly meet with the nobles who actually matter, begin planning to alleviate the shortage of supplies in Evrantel. Princess Rainier, who established the orphanage under Ainz's orders, is rewarded by Albedo for her loyalty. So that's a big mouthful right there. Now that you're awake, Theta, what do you think?
Sorry, just kind of forgotten how long these things go.
It's a bit of Lord of the Rings. It's like I feel like we got like information details, but I feel like it took all the soul out of like the last episode where a lot of stuff was happening and a lot of pieces were moving, right?
I mean, it's just a recounting of extra facts. I mean, I think if we were to, I think if we were to do it ourselves, it'd still be a lot shorter, but still hold all of the invaluable data. I feel like I need to keep talking here as tech support comes in to fix a job. So, I guess my other thought there is while you were reading it, I was imagining just making a chat GVT do a bunch of fake comments or something in response to seems like you pinched your finger there.
Just a
And
little bit. Pay no mind to the man behind the screen who doesn't know which way the USB goes and
saw
keeps
that.
fiddling with it
I saw you pull it out, look at it, and look, I can't.
at least a dozen times. So what were we talking about?
I don't know. I think the last thing I mentioned was using ChatGPT to create fake comments.
You know, ChatGPT at least would make the perfect comment because it's primed to lie and misremember things. So we can go and say, like, I like that part of the episode where this thing happened, and we'd be like, wait a second, that didn't happen. It's like, oh, you commenters, you.
Well, I would not do it for one thing, obviously, because we have actual comments in other shows most of the time, and it's good to see when people are actually invested and want to comment. Um, I was just thinking it'd be funny because if you don't know, the viewer, we're recording these two episodes back to back. So I thought it'd be funny just to interrupt you and say, "Oh, we have a comment," because you would know there's no possible way for us to have a comment. So just,
People watch Overlord? Can't be. No.
well, it'd be impossible to comment on the last episode minutes after having just recorded it.
Exactly. So, I think with all that, we do at least have a couple of things look forward to. We have Prince Rainier and her crazy obsession going forward. We have
Princess Rainier.
Yeah, Princess Rainier. Sorry. We have Albedo, who is looks like she's the current focus right now. Demiurge is off doing his own thing. We'll probably never get a special episode for him.
We see the Emperor in the opening.
Oh yeah, that's right. The opening had like so many random little things, and I'm just like excited for all of them because random person floating in full plate, surrounded by weapons, staring down Ainz would be a moment.
Well, I just mean that the demiurge is in the Emperor's palace representing Ain's
Mhm.
there. So the Emperor is in the opening. So, assumedly, more with the Emperors to come.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's right. Each and every person in the opening is like doing their menacing grimace. Like they're gonna return with a plan, and I want to see what it is.
We've got the Overlord version of Paranoia Agent opening.
Oh gosh, I do miss Paranoia Agent. It's such a good show. But before I go ahead and go into that, Data, you got any last thoughts before we get going?
Ah, not really.
Okay, fair enough. Then before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It is $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all support channel, just a little bit extra.
ではアインズ様、リエスティーゼ王国に魔導国の存在を知らしめてまいります。
うん。この使節団を見るだけで、王国の民たちは魔導国の力を知るだろう。だが注意していけ。未だシャルティアを洗脳した者たちの姿は見えないからな。
はい、この真なる無は決して離さないように心がけます。
それさえあれば、ワールドアイテムによる
Oh.
洗脳効果はないとは思うが。お前を一人で外に出すのは初めてだ。
So that's what it's for.
危険だと思われたら即座に撤退しろ。転移系のアイテムは持っているか？敵によっては転移を阻害して。
Once again, treating her like a kid.
そういったものへの対処方法は決めているか？
Did you pack your lunch, Albedo, as well?
これぐらいにしておこう。
Do you have enough
それ
snacks?
とデミウルゴスから。
At least Ainz recognizes that he's
よ
napping.
ろしいのですか？
ああ。
デミウルゴスの考えは知りたいけど、絶対なる支配者である俺から教えてくれと聞くわけにはいかないよな。
最後に一つ言っておこう。季節の変わり目は風邪をひきやすいという。病気に対する完全耐性があっても、この世界にはそれすらも突破する病があるかもしれない。注意するんだぞ。
アインズ様、私非常に素晴らしい予防薬を知っております。
ほう。
キスです。
キス？
はい、キスをするとストレスが和らぎ、副交感神経が活性化されて免疫機能が高まります。つまりはキスされれば病気にならないんです。ですのでキスです。
Yeah, I thought it was like a forehead kiss.
やりすぎな気がしたから頬にしたのだが。
絶対に相手にされないと思っていました。
アルベド、泣かないでくれ。
Sending my kid out on her first day of school.
アルベドよ、泣くな。
Oh, you also have a cell phone with your mom's number in it, right?
大丈夫か？
はい、アインズ様、見苦しい姿をお見せして申し訳ございませんでした。
そうか。ならばもう行くといい。
かしこまりました。モモンガ様。
ここで何があったかは忘れろ。
かしこまりました。
今日もまた人間たる我々。
And here we go, the real threat that still remains.
Ah, yes. What is the theocracy up to now? They got a lot of wizards.
Well, I mean, they're the ones that had the brain thing that could control of what's her name.
Right.
They're also the only ones with an army that hasn't been ruined yet.
Very true.
アンデッドが支配する国か、地獄ではないか。
やはり黙認せず介入すべきだったのではないか。
ゴウンと敵対するのは危険だという意見で決着したではありませんか。
帝国はどういうつもりなのだ。
Cardinal of Darkness.
操られでもしているのか。
それはなかろう。あのパラダインがいるのだ。
今回の戦争を漆黒聖典先制戦理が監視しておりました。 しかし諸問題のためいささか報告が遅れたことご容赦ください。お手元の報告書に書かれているのは先制千里の言葉だけによるものです。
Quote, there is no hope.
レイモン、これは事実だと？
皆様が先制千里の言葉を信じられるのであればですが、
彼女の言葉を信じぬ者などこの場にいるはずがあるまい。だが
デスナイト、推定難度100以上のアンデッドがおよそ500体だぞ。
現実ではないのか。
先制千里が見間違えるなどありえません。魔導国の首都においてもデスナイトの存在は複数。
I like how they say no one has any right to doubt her, or no one would at this table, and then they start doubting her.
漆黒聖典による対処が可能かが最重要だな。
Well, no, I think there's a difference between doubting and looking for other reasons.
Mm-hmm.
If she saw 500 Death Knights and there's 500 Death Knights, but maybe some of them are illusions, doesn't discount that she saw 500 Death Knights. It just excuses. There you go, the one on the left is the one we've seen before.
Hey!
それは心強い。
レイモン、何を隠している？
ジネディヌロ、何をというのは？
一つ疑問があ
I
る。
appreciate that my dad's name is right upside other weird fantasy names.
アンデッドの大軍が恐怖だったからか？違う。彼女は絶望を、新人ですら勝てぬ力を見たからだ。この報告書はこれで終わりではないのだろう。
先に可能性を探すつもりでしたが、先制千里が見たすべてです。
なるほど。確かに最初にこれを見たとしても疑っていただろう。
だがそれでも信じたくはないぞ。魔法一つで13万以上の死者が出た。
Ah, there we go.
これは神々の魔法、第11位階魔法ではないか。だとすると
神の降臨か。
ついに来たのか。
だろうな。200年ぶりか。
口伝通りであるならば。
だが王国の国力向上はかなり遅れている。
あのバカ。
Just say, Griff.
They're dropping so much stuff. We're getting Flash filled in on the politics of an entire region, and then also getting all the meta information about the heroes now. And God can't exist. And these people are probably halfway to go, and it's like, oh, there's a new God, let's go worship it. Ah, it's a lot.
それが最善かもしれませんね。
話を戻しましょう。王国に送り出した陽光聖典を滅ぼしたのは魔導王で間違いないはずです。
では漆黒聖典が遭遇したヴァンパイアホニョペニョコは仲間なのでは？
同じアンデッドだしな。
Ah, the Black Scripture is an adventuring group. Now I understand the context.
ヤルダバオともいる。魔導王、ホニョペニョコ、ヤルダバオと。なぜこれだけの人ならざる強者が同時期に王国で出現している？決して無関係のはずはない。彼らもかの者たちではないのか。
ならば、
They're putting in information together pretty well here.
ヴァンパイアを滅ぼし、ヤルダバウトと敵対しているらしいが、魔導王の仲間になったそうではないか。
ヴァンパイアとヤルダバウト、魔導王とモモンが組んでいたということか。最悪なのはこの4社が組んでいたという場合だろうな。
Yeah, I almost forgot that Hampyo Gogo is the name that Momon gave his own vampire.
All it does is make everyone sound sillier.
だが今我々が直接動くのは避けた方がいい。
そうですね。現在我々は多くの損失を被っています。疾風走破の裏切りで学官と巫女姫を失い、魔導王によって陽光聖典は瓦解。蘇ったとはいえ漆黒聖典に欠員が生じ、帰れまでなくしています。
この状況下で寝ている竜の近くで肉を焼くこともあるまい。
まずは帝国に接触を図り、情報を引き出すべきだな。
あの皇帝が魔導王に尻尾を振っていなければいいのだけれど。
So much stuff.
Because apparently our religious empire is Jewish.
やつはアンデッドだ。生きろというのが正しい
Should
の
I
か。
curse him to live?
神官はアンデッドを神聖なる力で破壊できると聞いたことがあるからな。
Already tried that.
魔導のせいで。
Unfortunately, he's clever, but he's also behind the game.
He's also stressed out enough that his hair is falling out.
陛下、その書状の山は騎士からのものでしょうか。
ああ、帝国の精鋭たちがこぞって騎士団を脱退したいと望んでいる。カッツ平野の戦争で勇気を失い、眠れぬ夜に怯えているそうだ。
今後は私ども秘書官が対応するようにいたしましょうか。
いや、騎士が直接意見するのを許したのは俺だ。今彼らの支持を失うわけにもいかんしな。それより何の要件だ。
はい、かの国の商人の方と連絡がつきました。
かの国から。
非常にいい商品を持っているそうで、近日中にぜひ陛下の拝謁を賜りたいと。
非常にいい商品。つまりスレイン報告の方でも魔導国を警戒し、こちらに協力し。
And there we go. Both sides are now aware of each other's machinations.
対抗するためには
Well, that was his plan this whole time. He said that last season.
だがこの城に死者を招くのは危険だ。決してこの計画が露見しないようにせねば。
それで陛下、闘技場の前で銀首長の面々と合流でよろしいんですね。
ああ、彼らはかの国の商人と会談する間、外の警護をしてもらう。物理的にも魔法的にも決して話の内容を漏らさないようにな。
確かにアダマンタイト級冒険者は人類の最高戦力です。ですが、所詮は人類の域を出ません。
王国の冒険者モモンは
Again, they're not
魔
human.
導王から民を守ったと聞くぞ。銀首長も同じアダマンタイトなのだ。守ってもらえなくては困る。
陛下、そのようなお顔をなさらないでください。
まったくですぜ。もっと堂々といつもの自信満々の表情を浮かべてくださいよ。
すまんな。
Did that woman run away already?
しかいないこの場だからこそ少しだけ愚痴
I know there's usually a woman in their number. She dyed her hair and everything.
なんであんな化け物が出てくるんだ。騎士たちはすっかり怯え、帝国最強の切り札フールーダまであいつについたんだぞ。確かに奴に魔法を使うように頼んださ。だが奴の能力の一端を調べなくては対処方法など生まれるはずがない。私が悪いというのか。悪いことは全て俺の責任か。こいつもこいつも。
He's gonna go bald by the end of the season.
何か対処法はあるはず
You
だ。
might. That's usually what you do in an anime.
先の戦いで私は魔導王のそばについておりました。あれは人が叶う存在ではありません。魔導国と矛を交えるのはもはや愚かな行為ではないでしょうか。
まったくだ。お前の言葉は正しい。しかし考えてみろ。仮に魔導王が帝国を滅ぼそうとした時、膝を屈するだけで許してくれるのか不明だ。
それは。
だからこそだ。だからこそスレイン報告だ。我が国よりも古い歴史を持つあの国。
You know what I really appreciate now? He is all the thought processes that I have going into Gundam 00. We can't bow down to this even if it's in our own interest, because we would have no control over ourselves if they decide to go against us.
I think we found your perspective character. Maybe not your favorite, but your perspective character.
Yeah, for a different anime. He's not my perspective character in this show. I'm on Ainz's side, so it's just his thought process matches exactly what I think when we're in Gundam 00. I'm an immortal monkey, based on a journey from the west.
They got Sun Wukong on their side. They can't lose now. And Tripitaka.
And a Native American. Not offensive in any respect.
陛下、マジックアイテムは仕掛けられてなかったぜ。
魔法も発動されている気配はござらん。
You know what's not magic? Normal everyday explosives.
I was about to say lip reading, but explosives also work.
Also poison.
さて、これから非常に重要な会談がある。君たちは部屋の外で警護してもらいたい。
それでは陛下をお守りするのが非常に困難極まるのですが。
心配はもっともだ。
You're literally standing in front of an open, just an open pane.
仕方ありません。では我々は外で警備についております。どのような方が来るのか教えていただけますか。
火の神殿と風の神殿の神官長とその同行者が4名と聞いている。
なるほど。
There may be an ocarina of time involved, but we will see.
君たちがそれが必要だと思うのであればやってくれたまえ。
扉は破壊してはいけないよ。
なんでね、鍵を壊すつもりだったけど間違えて扉まで壊して申し訳ないね。でもせっかくですし、私どもも中でご一緒するね作戦ではないかね。
今回それはやめておこう。私は政治絡みのドロドロに関わりを持ちたくはない。
了解ね。
そのドロドロにどっぷりと引きずり込んでやろうか。
He's gonna.
さすがはアダマンタイトというべきか。
They broke something and left. Ah, adventures.
知識や技術で頼れる者がいなくなってしまった。
Well, I think they just made it so they can't get locked inside. Or locked out.
Right.
今日はあの武王が久しぶりに出るそうですよ。
平和な光景だ。
そうですか。
彼らは帝国の状況を知らない。薄皮一枚下に化け物が存在すると知らないのだ。
どうしました？
神官長様がいらっしゃったのですが。
Oh, okay. Yeah, obviously.
よく来てくれた。さあこちらへ。メインとなる試合はこれからだ。
And still passing notes. Perfect.
報告からの質問状か。こうして直接手紙を渡すとは、よほど警戒しているのか。帝国を信頼していないの。
We already know that observation magic also exists.
I remember another series where, like, observation magic is so good, I can go ahead and read the piece of paper you're writing on from, hundreds of miles away. So every note you take is something I can read.
武の王、最強の剣闘士に与えられる称号です。今は8代目で歴代最強と呼ばれていて、近頃はなかなか挑戦者も現れないとか。
では今日戦われるのは？
今回の一戦は急に決まったらしくてね。私も知らないんだ。
Why would you show up to an event where someone suddenly from nowhere was put into the event? Shit I wouldn't do as a character in a game. The moment they told me that, I'd be like, no, sorry, we're not doing today's session because my character is not appearing there.
Look, you got a whole empire to micromanage here. You gonna manage, like, who's the challenger to your warrior at your public entertainment?
If I'm about to have a meeting with a bunch of people that can't be known I'm having a meeting with, yes. Also, not knowing that the dude literally is here. Your intelligence network is bad. Your security is bad.
It's one way to flaunt how much control they have.
魔導国のそれとも違う。場所の指定は陛下からでしたね。
その通りだ。
See?
しかし、であれば私がこんなに慌てるはずがないではないか。
それを信用しろと。 我々を巻き添えにするためか。そうでなければ我々を売り渡したか。
違う。とんでもない誤解だ。
It's all collapsing.
情報が漏れた。
Then tell us this. If nobody was supposed to know, why are we having this meeting in front of a huge open window?
待っていたというのか。まずい、ここから。
ジルクニフルーンファーロードエルニクスと久しぶりだな。
Oh, he came for adventuring.
まさかこのようなところで顔を合わせるとは。
私も同じ思いだ。本当に偶然とは恐ろしい。
間違いない。全ては奴の策謀だったのだ。報告との密談の現場を抑え、その同盟を阻止、さらに両国に圧力をかける。
そちらの方々は陛下のお知り合いかな。
なんと悪辣な。これは踏み絵だ。報告をかばうのか、魔導王の味方として売り渡すか。
失礼。本来であれば名乗るのが当然ですが、下級の要件で速やかに退席しなければならなかったところです。私どものことは後で陛下よりお聞きください。
Or he could literally just say it on his own right now as you leave.
その時まで息災でな。どうされたエルニクス、いやジルクニフ殿。顔色が悪いが気分が優れないのかな。
just twisting the knife.
大丈夫か。
そうか。体は資本、大切にされよ。では私も試合があるので失礼する。
はめてくれたな。
違う。
何が違うだと。
どこまで奴に話した。己の国を守るためにどれだけ撃った。
信じてほしい。私は決して奴に情報を流してなどいない。
残念ですが皇帝陛下。
待て。神殿勢力の考えを聞かせてもらおう。魔導王に対してどう考えているのか。
魔導王は邪悪なアンデッドであり、あれを王と認めることは許されることではない。そのために奴を滅ぼす手段を模索する。
売り渡すのであれば売り渡せ、皇帝よ。強大な魔に魅了されたものよ。
奴の希望は私を超える。この展開も全て奴の計画に違いない。私もお前たちの立場であればなかなか信じられないだろうが、そして魔導王の統治は慈悲深いものだ。エランテルの民は平和に生きている。
いつまでそれが続くかわからないではありませんか。
そうかもしれない。だからこそ早計な行動は。
They have every reason to believe that there's no reason for the peace to last. But Ainz is also just like, how can I make more peace?
もう一度どこかでお会いしましょ
う。皆様、大変お待たせいたしました。帝国最強の闘士、闘技場に生まれた偉大なる英雄、ブオーの入場です。
この俺では。
I mean, we already know Ainz is so OP, it doesn't matter who you put him up against.
Right, this is already over.
Well, that was disappointing. I was kind of hoping to see the match at the very least. I mean, even though we know it's going to be swings weapon, hits Ainz, does nothing, Ainz strikes back, guy falls over. Still, right. I wanted to see it. Typical Overlord fashion, stretching everything out to its extreme.
We're literally going to get a 5-second fight at the start of next episode, or that's just going to be the stinger they end with.
You sure you don't want to put your money down, Griff, on this is the guy that's going to beat Ainz?
Ah, yeah, no, this is gonna be the one.
For the second time? I mean, if you thought Ganzif could beat him, this guy's gotta be stronger than Ganzif, right?
Ganzif had an entire 3-season arc going for him.
Right, but this is the King of Warriors, which means he's a more powerful warrior than Ganzif is.
I love that your argument is just like, it's anime, the next one has to be more powerful.
That's what they're saying.
Oh.
And you put all your money down on Ganzif, so why not this guy?
Look, Brain's going to the hyperbolic time chamber. He's going to train at 100 times gravity. He's going to come back stronger than ever. Oh, nothing next time. Dang it. Darn.
Are you sure it's the hyperbolic time chamber? I'm sure it's a different thing.
I think it's hyperbolic time chamber.
I'm not sure, because the hyperbolic, to my knowledge, does not mean that.
I'm gonna tell you, DBZ just uses words and doesn't care. That's what I think. They made it sound cool. So, yeah, no, next time, Ainz versus Warrior King. Ainz loses. Yeah, good times. This was... I did not expect just the one thing to be the entire episode. That felt like one scene to me. Or, well, two, I guess.
Well, it wasn't. It was, remember, we also had the Ainz sending his kid off to school. That was also a different scene. Technically,
right.
also, there's the scene with the Emperor talking to his subordinate about the soldiers that want to quit due to the war. Plus, there was also the scene with the Emperor in the cabin talking to the two knights. So technically, there was at least 4 scenes.
Technically,
there was also the scene with the slain theocracy discussing what their seer had saw. So that was 5 scenes.
Theta, I'm hiring you for telling everyone what happened last time.
I'm just saying, you said this was one long scene, and technically there was 5 different scenes.
Gosh. So, clearly this has to be like, Demiurge is doing in part, right? He's hanging out in the Empire somewhere, and, Ainz wanted to go talk with him. This had to have all been a ploy of Demiurge, like, from the beginning. Like, everyone's putting it on Ainz, but, like, Ainz probably was not thinking ahead like that.
Well, I mean, it's the, shapeshifter problem, in that we don't know if that's Ainz either.
Oh gosh, you're right. Literally at any moment, we could go, is that the real character? And we won't know until someone, like, tries to hit them and then they die.
Well, because we know that Pandora's actor is supposed to be pretending to be Momonga, but we don't know when he's not pretending to be Momonga.
Right, he could be anywhere at any time, and there's plenty of other magic to let anyone else do anything. I do like, I think I already mentioned it, I do like the little bit of extra info they put down that the magic wand that Albedo is holding is specifically to prevent the same thing from happening again. Like, specifically anti-magic control.
Well, that's why he was so hesitant to ever let his floor guardians out of Nazarick, because the risk of somebody out there being able to mind control was too great.
And gosh, we got an overload of backstory at the beginning with the slain theocracy. We got Godkin. We got they show up every 200 years. We got the entire country's founded on it. They got all the magic items. Like, everything is like falling into place for them to be anti Nazarick, right?
Well, that was a bunch of spiel that I've told you before, of stuff that I knew that wasn't in the first 3 seasons of the show. Yeah. Specifically about god-level people that are actually isekai'd into this world every couple of 100 years. So that's what they were talking about.
They're almost certainly going to stop and explain it to Ainz, like, again, like, in, like, 7 episodes or something. But I think it does, like, bring up, like, a bunch of hope and promise of, like, Ainz is going to get a bunch of adversaries that might be able to directly challenge him. It's gonna be fun. Also, Tiny Dragon. Still excited for Tiny Dragon. I want to see Tiny Dragon.
I mean, was it tiny or was it just really far away?
No, there was a Tiny Dragon. It, like, hopped up and was all cartoony and childish. I'm just like, yes, give me Dragon Kid.
Yeah, his glasses on. I know, I mentioned it the last time we saw it. But it's saying, is it tiny or is it just really far away?
I think it's gonna be small.
Maybe the 2 other dragons were really close to the camera, and the pile of gold was really far away. So,
all an illusion.
Yeah, just perspective. Tiny Dragon was really big, just really far away.
So aside from Tiny Dragon, Theta, you got any thoughts to end off on today?
Yeah, I guess they really changed the Emperor between seasons.
Just a little bit. What do you mean specifically, though? What?
Well, even though he was super concerned, he was still super cool about it. Now he's literally so stressed out that he's losing his hair.
Yeah, he's fallen apart, and I'm down for it. So, I think with that, let's go ahead and wrap up for today. This has been Stoneface Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we will catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?